Hey there, welcome back. Greetings from the Keys. We are all the way down here in Bahia Honda Key at the state park, staying over, doing a little boat camping. And we are lucky enough to be hanging out with some friends this weekend from another YouTube channel. I'm sure you will recognize them. I'll introduce them in a second. But yeah, we are gonna go ahead and do some tours, little walkthroughs of the camping setups on all these boats. We just got into boat camping this past year and we were desperate for information about how people set everything up. Everything from showers to bathrooms to sleeping. There's a lot to learn and a lot that goes into it. So we wanted to share some of the setups of some of our friends. So let's check this one out. Hello!
Hello! Come aboard the boat, oh crap!
Now this is Christy from Two Bears Outdoors. Gus is hanging out over here. They are professional boat campers. We've learned a lot from their channel and they've got the setup. So
Just
they're gonna give us a little walkthrough.
All right.
Make my way down in here. Yeah, awesome.
Bear, let me let him out so you're not hearing him bark in your video the whole time. Bear,
He wants to come
here.
out.
Hey there,
Hey, buddy. Hey.
You know her? Stop. Bear, Hey. Okay, it's probably best, babe, if you put him on. All right, so our boat is a 2004, so it's not quite as old as their boat, but she's still an old boat. But it's great. Evidently, the people that had it before took really good care of it. So it is a 23-foot Sea Fox walk-around cuddy cabin. And so let's start back here at the back. So we have, there's a couple of these things back here. There's one there and one here. We usually use them, some people use them as fish coolers and things like that, but we don't use them for that. We usually put like water and drinks in here, and then we'll just take some out and put them in the cooler as we need them.
Great storage.
So
awesome.
That works out really well. Usually this is just almost completely filled with water.
Nice.
And then we just bring a little, a few sodas. We normally don't bring a lot of sodas, especially on our shorter trips, just over the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
So then we have our regular cooler that we bring all the time. And of course, us with the gators and the bears, it's got to be a gator box.
Love it. Perfect.
So we have our regular cooler. Then recently we're doing a review on the bodega cooler, which is very similar to the one that you all have. And so far, this is the first time we've used it. And so far, I mean, it's awesome. But of course we have shore power here. Now the thing, our boat doesn't have like a shore power connection or anything because it's just not made for that, because it's a small cuddy cabin. So you just don't have room for that. And we would love to maybe have like a generator and stuff, but there's really not enough room for it. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff. And we use just about everything we bring. So it's not like we're packing a bunch and then don't use it. We use just about everything. But we have, we have our little things that we have, dry goods and all that. We brought a little more this time than we normally do. We have our grill here, but we haven't really used it because Andre and Allie have been kind enough to throw our food on their grill since they're already cooking. So that was great. But when we're out by ourselves, then we will pop this grill in the rod holder right here. And then we'll just cook either right here or right there if we don't have our cover up. And of course our cover, we got it and it was a little bit too wide for our boat. I don't have it exactly as tight as it should be, but it's a little big for it. But you know what? It works. It helps us out.
It blocks the sun, so it makes it comfortable in here. It's actually pretty cool in here right now.
Yeah. And then we have two more hatches here. And we usually just put stuff in there like the ropes, the bumpers, things like that. Over here, like our mast snorkel fins, because these get water in them. And of course there's lots of mold, so you don't want to put anything in there that you don't care if it gets mold on it, and you want to make sure that you don't put anything in there that you don't want to get halfway ruined. So so we just put little things like that in there. So then we have, this is our AC unit that we just got, that we're doing a review on as well, our ice cove. And I know it looks kind of strange the way we had to run it. We had to run it in through the gunnel, so that other piece you saw sitting back there normally goes right here. So we took that off and run that through, and then as you'll see in a minute, you'll see where it comes out inside. And that way, we don't have to run it over the door, which we've done in the past with our other icy breeze that we have. We had to set it here and then run the hose up over the door. And then that's not good when you got to get up in an emergency real quick and get on the helm or something.
That's creative to run it through there. That's awesome. Because it's out of your way.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Cool. And you know, Gus doesn't need to be able to get in the seat or anything. So if this is right here and we have to jump up quick, it's not a problem. You know, he can, because he normally stands right here when he's driving anyway. So we've got our Jackery, which I'm recharging, our power bank. And so that's usually inside. And we've got a solar panel for it. So we've used that in the past, you know, to charge that. And then, of course, you know, you can plug up your phones and certain things. Great. It's got all kinds of different connections on the front of it. So that thing is awesome. We couldn't live without that thing. All right, so this is our cabin. And I'll let you kind of crawl in there. And you can step in right there. Hey, Teddy, it's okay, honey.
He's like, what are you doing?
So go ahead, just step down right there. And that way you can get a view. Watch your head, though.
In here?
Because you're tall.
Awesome.
And then just turn around and just sit down on the bed. Now, those are see how those are my cushions for my back?
Perfect.
So see, I have to sleep over here, and then Gus and the pups sleep over there.
You got all the fans running. This is
great.
It's so cold in here.
And then that's the battery, the big long one. That's the battery for this AC unit, which we're going to try out tonight and see how it works. But you see, it's got plugs on the front of it where you can charge like your phone and things like that.
There you go. Nice.
So, and then of course, usually where that's sitting is usually where we sit the Jackery. So we have the Jackery on it behind it. And then right there is where, see where the hose is coming out?
You can see the AC. There you go.
So that way it's right over there. And then we've got it right behind the fan. So then the fan is pushing the cool air out. And then that one circulates it all around.
Nice.
So
got it all figured out. You got like a wind tunnel in here. This is great. Nice and cool for the pups.
So you see, we don't have a whole lot of space, but we make it work.
Yeah,
there's space under here. It kind of goes under just a little.
Oh, nice.
And then there's some space under that way, under the bunk. Nice. But yeah, this boat does not have any storage under the V-berth on the sides like most do.
That's awesome.
So yeah, you can see we have a lot. And then, of course, we've got this great hard top.
Yeah.
And that way, you know, we use these what do you call these, cargo nets. I got them on Amazon. And so we've got this one here, and that way we have somewhere to put all of the life jackets and everything. And then this time we put one on the roof, and then our big 5-person float, we put it up there, and then our couple of fold-up chairs. So that works really well. And then we also have, which we installed, is this is our, like, the stereo unit.
Oh, okay.
And it runs on battery, which goes in the back, and it's even got lights on it as well.
Oh, cool.
And so that way you can either, I think it'll do FM radio or whatever, but then it's got Bluetooth, so you can use your phone and all that. And it's pretty loud. It sounds pretty good.
That's great.
And then the last little thing was our security camera.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
And it'll pan around this way and around this way, and it'll look down. And then that is good for, where we keep our boat in Key Largo. It's on a trailer. And so that way, anytime we can just kind of check in and see what's going on with the boat. And then you can set it to have the motion thing. And that way, if anybody gets on your boat or anything, you can see it. And of course, we've caught a whole family of raccoons. There's 3 or 4 cats that like to come across on our boat and stuff. So luckily, that's been the only thing that has come sauntering across our boat in the middle of the night. But
that's not bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a mess right now, but this boat has been fabulous. And then this just for this trip, I got this carpet on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a little bit of a rubber backing. It's marine carpet.
Oh, it's perfect.
And it's got some rubber backing on the bottom. So I thought, I'm just going to lay that there, and these things will keep it in place even more. And it just feels better.
It does,
it just feels
and it's not
better.
slippery. It's
So, and then I did a little piece of it right here in front of the door, when we go in and out. So just little things
Nice.
that we keep finding and seeing. And like this thing, which looks hideous because we've had it forever. We probably had this thing for 6 years, 7 years. We had it a long time. But it's a sunshade. And then you
Nice.
can get under it and stuff. But you see what we've ended up using it. And
This is perfect,
This is
though.
what happens when you put it in here.
Ah,
Is all that nasty stuff. Looks like somebody crapped all over it.
it almost looks like tie-dye, right?
Yeah, that's what Gus said too. He said, well, maybe they'll think it's that. But I mean, it's so stretchy. And you see, I mean,
Yeah,
we
this
can
is
wrap
great.
it around the boat. So earlier
Yeah.
today, we had it over here.
Yeah.
And then as the sun moved, then now we've got it over here. So,
Oh, that's so cool.
but yeah, with boats, it's like you'll never quit buying stuff.
Right?
You know, there's always
You guys
so
have
many
this
things.
big screened-in thing out here I want to show, too.
Oh, that's right.
This
Yep,
has
yep.
been a savior for when we're out here grilling. Oh, come up here. This has been great. This big screened-in space.
Yep.
We put our grill in there.
Hey, Bear.
Bears hanging out in there. And this is great to cook outdoors because the
I'm
mosquitoes.
so glad that we brought it.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are rough.
Yeah.
And our friend has another space over there with a screen in. You can see the boys are filleting fish.
He's got the same type thing.
Yeah, same
Except I
kind of
think
thing.
it's a little smaller.
It's like basically an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great setup.
But yeah, I'm glad that it worked, and that way you can set your grill in there and.
Well, thank you guys so much for showing us your setup. It is
Yeah.
so cool.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
we'll
it.
share ideas between each other.
Yeah, it's been so great camping with you guys this week.
Yeah,
This
it's
has been
been a
so
good
cool.
blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thank
Yeah.
you guys.
It's supposed to be 21 feet, but we measured it's like 26. We got a little V berth up front. We got a little freezer right here. We refreeze ice packs that actually go in the cooler. We've got a little AC unit that keeps the whole cabin V berth and enclosure kind of cool.
Little AC unit, sweet.
Yeah, trust me, it would be really rough if it wasn't.
Right? Yeah.
Die from mosquitoes or heat? One of the
Pretty
two.
much.
Yeah, this is great. This whole
Here's-
zipper enclosure is really
And
neat.
it even keeps it cool with the enclosure only.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so
That's great.
now during the day, we actually take, we put flags around the inside to kind of hold, like curtains, to hold it back, but for the most part, it stays pretty good. Nighttime, it gets too cold. It's only 5,000 BTU,
Okay.
so it's pretty small.
How'd you come up with the idea? Just
I'm commercial refrigeration,
really?
so I just kind of, I ran with it, and it's just light enough, small enough to kind of do the job. We don't need a lot of cold. However, our food matters, so
Yeah.
we went with a freezer.
Nice.
Zippers work. It comes down right on that AC unit,
Perfect.
and we like warm weather versus cold. So,
You guys are from up north?
yeah, Indiana.
Oh, wow.
So, this works out real well, and then also we put heat in there if it's colder.
Oh, really?
So, and
Yeah,
it holds just as good.
We're so not used to the cold.
Yeah.
Because we're from down here, so like
I'm
we always
jealous.
forget.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So, we watch some YouTube channels, and one guy out on the reef, he actually puts it in he put one of those in a chest right on the side.
It's funny because Out on the Reef was like the YouTube channel that started us on this whole boating, camping journey. Was
Sure.
that he was the
Yeah,
one.
it really was.
And I've been trying to replicate something with one of these because they're so efficient.
Yeah.
You know.
It only draws like 2 to 3 amps.
Yeah,
So,
it's very, very, very efficient.
I mean, I could go with a lot bigger one, but then you just need a bigger generator.
Yeah.
So so when we're at home, we don't have electric hookup, so we'll put a generator right there,
Perfect.
and then we actually power everything with that. It's like a 2500 Westinghouse.
Nice. Yeah, we have a 2500 also. So if we want to go camping or whatever, we just take a gas can with it. And then
Absolutely.
pick
It
it up.
sits right here, and then she's happy because she has coffee every morning.
Perfect.
Oh, I hear ya.
Coffee maker.
Same thing with Ali. She
It's down in there. If he takes you in there, he'll show it to you. But my coffee maker that I have makes it straight into a thermal carafe, so
Yeah.
then it just runs the cycle and it doesn't take electricity after that.
Oh, wow.
She's
Mm,
got hot coffee for hours. So,
that's awesome.
so that is a pharmacy refrigerator.
Yeah. Is that
so-
Summit?
Yes.
Yep.
So, and it gets, like, we'll take ice packs. So by the time you get from that machine to here,
It's half melted.
it's half melted. Stick it back in there, refreeze it, put it in the cooler.
Perfect.
So,
This is a perfect little setup.
It's pretty small. Fishing is tight. Obviously, you start adding this stuff and it gets tight. We have to stack things up.
Nice.
Derek
It's a
has
single
one.
burner, but it just uses a little butane
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
thing
This
right
is the
there.
guy we got that from
So
on
cool.
YouTube as well.
Guy in Australia.
Yeah. He's got tattoos all up and down his arms. He's got the Greek woman.
Young Bloods?
Yeah,
Young
well,
Bloods?
yes,
Yeah, there
that's
you
where
go.
we got that idea from.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
Every little thing we've gotten from YouTube.
Yeah,
honestly.
same with us. That's us. You know?
So
That's great though. It's like a cool community where people can just learn from each other and actually
absolutely.
implement it out here. Like we never thought 2 years ago we'd be doing this.
Yeah.
This was a dream a year and a half ago. We're like, one day we'll get out when we see out on the reef out here, and we're like, one day that'll be us. And
But
Wow,
yeah,
this is awesome.
So one side has
Nice
a
little
pirate
setup.
flag, the other side has a pineapple. And we know what pineapples mean. We did not realize that until we got into it. Not that way. So.
Wow, this is great with the nets.
Salt life flag. So.
Oh man, all of that netting is great.
Yeah.
There's so much organization, and that AC is nice and cold. That's awesome.
Yeah, it does good.
Yeah, it's very cold in there. And they've got netting for storage all around. That's one thing we keep meaning to do.
Awesome. So I can't guararee how
yeah, you get the,
they're gonna hold up, but it's this
King
small, so
camp.
it's really easy to store.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So you got the chair cover.
We'll subscribe to you.
Look at this, all the poles. A little, I guess, little bungee cord in there.
Yeah,
We're learning as
like
we go.
like tents do. And it's got the non-slip feet. Although I will tell you, those will slide on a boat deck. So.
True.
The
rubber.
And it's got 2 slots here. Yeah, they just go in there, and then
You know,
ta-da!
that kind of makes you a little
Wow.
nervous.
And it has this
my thing is,
supposedly that you can like put a drink in there and a
Look at that.
cell phone
Cell
or
phone
whatever.
pocket or something. Nice.
Yep.
Go into these tiny little bags.
Uh-huh.
That is awesome.
guys got
Little
an awesome
outro.
setup here.
Thank you so much for showing us your boat.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So great.
Take care. Many blessings. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, write us a comment so we want to see that. Sure.
If you want to see a detailed walkthrough of our boat camping setup, head over to Two Bears Outdoors YouTube channel and let them know we sent you. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching.